What's up, everybody? Ben here. Check this out. I have been excited about these products for a while. These things are called Alien Lasers. There's a company, called Alien Lasers. And first time I saw these things were at Glamis New Year's 2022, I think. Might have been the year before. I can't remember, but it's about a year ago in Glamis. I saw them for the first time. And then earlier this year at Little Sahara, I saw them for the first time, and it's just really cool. It's funny that it turns out it was another YXZ guy named Elliot. If you're on the forums, you might have heard of him. But anyways, he has all the cool shit all the time. And here is what these things are. This company was at, I guess they were at UTV Invasion in Winoka, Little Sahara, Oklahoma. And I've seen them. I don't know if I've seen them at the Sand Sports Super Show or not, but they have these super cool, it's just basically a really, really bright light. Sweet, all kinds of stickers and swag included in the box. It's basically just a really, really bright beam of light. The name is laser, and it is technically a laser. However, it's illegal to shoot a laser in the sky. So they have this some special technology where they filter it and they make it to where it's not as intrusive as a laser is, but it's basically a super bright spotlight that shoots up in the sky. And these things draw very little current. So anyways, I got a few different sets of them. They're not cheap. Nothing's cheap anymore. So I think they might have promotions from time to time. I don't know. But if you like some cool stuff, get them. They are sold in pairs. And I don't know exactly how much current they draw, but I'll see if I can figure that out. Got one hand here. Yeah, class 2 laser inside. So something about this lens and the way that they filter the light or whatever makes it to where that it's okay. But they just mount like little pods. Looks like a great solid product. This is the first time I've ever actually held one in my hand. They have a kind of a bulky but well insulated and high quality connector here. So looks like a pretty complete kit. I'll check it out. I like their packaging. So I got several sets. I'm gonna start with a pair right here on Brooklyn's YXZ, and then I'm gonna put another pair on Carter's YXZ. Both of those YXZs have switch pros. So all I gotta do is connect them to an output that I have on there. I have not filled up those, so got plenty of room to do that. And I'm gonna start with well, I don't know which one I'm gonna start on. The Carter's, the blue one is back there in the other shop, so I'll work on these now. And looking forward to having these things pretty soon. They're cool, real cool. All right, so I unboxed them. By the way, I think I already said very nice packaging. I'm in the back of Carter's car now, and I was hoping for a bar mount, but they come with these flat mounts. So I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna put them. They have to point straight up. So I think I'm gonna put it something like that. I'm concerned because this plastic flap isn't exactly sturdy. It's not designed to hold any weight. I was hoping for like a bar mount, you know, where I could mount it, you know, something like that. Like I've got some of these extra Axia Alloys mounts, but this isn't gonna work. That's the same thing as that, just the strap side of it right there. But you gotta have another piece for something flat or whatever. So I'm gonna look at Axia Alloys website real quick to see if they have something else that I could use for this. But as far as the lasers are concerned, it's a very complete kit. It includes, like I said, nice harnesses, and it goes both ends. The overall length of the harness isn't really long enough for you to do anything. So you would have to have your own wire to run all the way to your switch. It does not include a switch, which is fine with me because I think every car, you pretty much have your own switches. It does include hardware. for each light, and since there's a pair, so you get twice as many Allen wrenches as you need, because it's, you know, pairs. And what I think is something kind of cool, he told me this, but I forgot. They include these lenses, so you get yellow, green, blue, and red lenses. Let's see if I can hold that in the light so you can see through. No, you can't really. Anyways, you get these lenses that I guess you can put in there, and your beam will be a different color. So that would be kind of cool. That does attenuate the brightness a little bit, which I don't like, but that would be something that's kind of cool, I think. So here is Brooklyn's car. It will work the same way. I'm just going to mount to that plastic as if Axia Alloys does not have a bar mount. If they do have a bar mount, then I'm not sure where I'm going to mount them on Brooklyn's, because see, her cage is different, and I've already got it tabbed up there for Whip's antenna, and then Whip, and that's for flag. That's a flag mount. So I would consider mounting them here, something like that. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna just check the mounting, see if there's another option before I start mounting these to plastic, which I just don't want to do that, but I will if I have to. That place is the same on both cars, and you know, wouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm also going to use this opportunity to redo some of the wiring in Brooklyn's console. I did this car a while back, and I didn't have the switch flow as clean as possible. Plus, the harness that goes to this switch is like 6 feet long, so it's just coiled up under there, and I'm going to redo that. Also going to add some Nighthawk mirrors for her as well. So I'm going to do a couple of electrical things here, just kind of adding on to her car before we head out for the season. Okay, so I'm going to check on those mounts, and then I'll be back. All right, so I didn't really walk you through the mounting, but this is pretty obvious. I did not have any, I didn't have enough parts to do like a proper bar mount, and I can't wait like a week for the a good mount to come. So what I came up with was this. This is with the included bracket. It wants to mount to something flat, so this is what I've come up with. I put one bolt through the plastic. It's pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. I had to make a pretty big hole for this harness to fit through, because the Alien laser harness is a pretty big fat block. The good news is it's a nice robust harness, and I ran a ground right there, just ground to chassis, and then I had an open output on my Switch Pro. So I just ran a single positive lead from my Switch Pro back, and then split it to, or I crimped both of these lasers together. This piece of plastic was a little too flimsy, so I just wrapped a zip tie through a smaller mount, and I don't really like the way it looks, but it's what I came up with with the items I have on hand today. I am going to order something, I think, better that can actually mount to the bar, because I'm a little bit worried that these are going to, you know, they're kind of flimsy mounted to the pole like that, or to the plastic like that. And I'm afraid that that's going to be an issue. So, but same thing on both sides, really. Just ground there, and then plugged into the harness, and the positive lead runs forward in a harness that was existing, and comes up and around. So here's my first test on the open output that's programmed, that would just by default. These are really low current draw, so you don't have to have any relays or any special high output. So I'm using one of the low current outputs of the Switch Pro. And so that's what it is. This is broad daylight in my shop with skylights. And they are a super focused beam of light. So what I'm gonna do is point them so that they are aligned as close as possible. I'm just gonna do that with the mounts. And the idea there is that once they're up in the air, they'll be almost a single beam. But that's really all there is to it. It's just a single switch. If you have a rocker switch, or like in my case, I have a open switch pro. Now my biggest problem is going to be figuring out what to label them, because Switch Pro labels, they don't have one that says laser. So the best I've come up with is spot. That might be what I use, because none of these others really apply. And I have the spot available on both of my sheets for both cars here. So I think that's what I'm going to end up using. I want one that says laser, but they don't got freaking laser beam labels. Okay, well that's it really. But that's what they do. Do not look into the light. I think it would be bad for your eyes. And I'll post a kind of a status update on my blog series and from the actual dunes, and see if I can show you a good image of what these look like at night. But they are super cool. And of course, they're more visible whenever you're like a foggy night or a dusty night or something like that. But it's not hot or like that. There's no heat. It's just a super narrow focused beam of light. I think it's a pretty good safety feature as well. So if you're communicating with your group via radio and you're out in the middle of nowhere trying to figure out where each other are, man, these laser beams do a pretty good job of finding where you're at. So all right, so I'm outside just in my neighborhood. Got Brooklyn's lights on here. I'm about to test these lasers. Check this out. These things shoot just a full-on spot. I don't know how many feet in the air, but a lot. So it's kind of a foggy night here. We've had a lot of rain where I'm at. Can't really see them right there, but this beam of light, there's two beams that cross, and they go just way up there. It's pretty killer. They're not hot at all. They make no heat. Not right now, at least. I don't know if they get hotter later, but I don't know if you can see that or not. There we go. It's iPhone focusing now. It's crazy. So the way I have them pointed now, they're kind of crossing. Every once in a while, you'll see like a bug fly through the beam. Here, I'm gonna turn off everything else. Turn off. Okay, so now all that's on is those. I have some artificial light around me here in my neighborhood, but I think you get the idea. Pretty cool. Can't wait to get in the dunes and check them out. Hey everybody, so I finished the red and black YXZ, Brooklyn's car, and now I'm working on my son's. I've got these, they're kind of janky, but I've had them around for a while. I'm gonna make these work because I really didn't like the plastic thing on Brooklyn's, but I didn't have much space on her rail. Since this cage has more available rail space, because the whips and stuff are up high on these on this cage. The only thing that's interfering would be this antenna mount over here, and then the cable entry point over here. So what I'm gonna do is just mount this, you know, about this high, and that gives me a single eyelet that I'm going to mount to that with this one screw. So in the end, these lasers will sit about like this. I'm gonna try to make sure it doesn't interfere with the removal of that plastic panel for oil changes, or for this plastic panel for radiator access, but and I'm also going to try to keep them low because I don't want them like up here. I think that's just a little bit too much stuff like hanging on the cage. I don't like that kind of stuff, so they're gonna sit about like this. So that's what I'm doing for this one. I'll mock one up and see what it looks like. All right, so I got this one mocked up. I think it's gonna work. Need to manage this wire. I just kind of got it slung under there, but I will get that routed properly and tied properly. It'll go under and follow this same route. One thing I don't like about these alien lasers is this harness is excessive. These things only draw like 1 amp of current, and they have a, I don't know, I think that's maybe 16 gauge tube conductor wire, which is a lot. That's pretty big for 1 amp. And then it's insulated, and this harness, this plug is big. And the insulation is real thick. So I'm happy that it's well built. It's overkill, in my opinion, for the very small amount of current that it draws. That's nice, but it does make it kind of cumbersome to work with such a fat wire. The good news is it's very flexible. It has a very tight turning radius before it pinches, and it it's going to be really well protected. In fact, I'm probably not even going to run it in loom like I do in some of my other wiring. I'm just going to run it on the outside of it and just get it cleaned up, pinned up there somehow so that it's nice and clean under there. So anyways, I'm going to do that. So what I did is these mounts that, like I say, are not perfect. Metal to metal, I try to avoid doing that, and I didn't. These mounts I have laying around, I don't know what brand these are or anything, but the radius of them isn't even perfect. It's almost like they're made for maybe 2-inch rail or something, which would make sense, except this bolt is really short, so it couldn't even clamp around a 2-inch tube anyways. But whatever, doesn't matter. But pro tip, don't clamp metal on metal on your beam, on your cage bar, especially if it's oblong like that. It's kind of ovaled. It doesn't clamp right. So what I do is I put several layers of electrical tape around the tube. You can see I have it kind of stacked up there. And then the clamp is, not bottomed out. That way it is, it's holding tight. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just wrap that with electrical tape. The raindrops just,
it makes it look really
I feel like I'm going to have a seizure now.
Have you been staring at it for a minute?
This is legit. Freaking laser beams, man. I'll leave a link in the description for these lasers, and hope you get some for yours. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.